Whatever you do with Sanjay Dutt, he always makes it look cool. So if you put him in an armor, like what I did in Panipat, or you put him in a lungi in this film, he just makes it cool.
Rajiv ji was, he was having fun. It didn't seem like, 30 years have passed and he's not faced the camera. He came and he was on, it's because it's a legacy, it's in the genes.
Aamir also very particular about the kind of characters he wants to portray. His understanding of character, his understanding of script. He knows for himself what works best for himself. So there are many layers and levels before that can happen. But yeah, I long to work with him again.
Hi, this is Mridul.
Hi, this is Ashutosh Gowariker.
And you're watching us on ETimes.
Hi, this is Amina Sheikh here, and with me today I have the director Ashutosh Gowariker and Mridul, but this time he's not wearing the director's hat. So welcoming both of them on ETimes with their movie Toolsidas Junior. So welcome both of you on ETimes. This time you're not wearing the director's hat. How does that make you feel?
Very relieved because I'm not thinking about what the color of the curtains is going to be. I'm not thinking about performances. It's all on him. But it also gives me a different kind of joy because it's the first time that my company, AGPPL, is going to has produced a film which is not directed by me. Because this is something we wanted to start for a long time, but never had the courage so far. Now we have, and we found this script to be our most selected one to take that leap.
Talking to you, Mridul, this is your first film with him as a director. Of course, you have worked with him in the, in your earlier days and all, with Everest. Now you're working with him as, directing a film. How was it with you, while working with him? Because he is a taskmaster, is what I've heard of. So how was it for you?
Well, of course, a lot of people warned me that he's quite a taskmaster, he's a perfectionist. But then, all those things were in my favor. Because, it was like, having him by my side all through this journey has been the best thing I could get for this film because, of course, this film was extremely special for me. I had been, working on it for almost like more than 8-9 years. And I wanted it to be, go out in the best way. So having him around has been a blessing. Right from the, writing of the film where, little nuances and with the huge experience that he comes with, we could make the script, take it to its best, to its epitome. And even when I was shooting the film, Sir was shooting his film, but he would be on call with me all the time, at night, after pack up, once he got a little free with his war, he would get into my little battle and, I would bounce off few things to him. So it's been a wonderful experience.
So as I said, you have done projects which has been quite different, be it Lagan, be it Jodha Akbar. It's been magnum opus for us. And now you work on a project like Toolsidas Junior, which brings snooker for the first time in India. So what made you work on this project?
Well, I have always been, attracted to sports genres because the sports genre is a very interestingly different genre because you're able to tell, give out life lessons, you're able to motivate, you're able to inspire people by those stories. And in sports, you have either a team sport or an individual sport. And team sport are already done in Lagan. So when this came about, I realized that this is a sport that does not need any strength or any, physical stamina or any of that. It needs only precision. It needs great aim, focus, a lot of dedication to bring this sport to the screen through the story of this family. And what happens to that family. I thought it was an interesting blend. Yes, of course, snooker is not a very, it's like an elitist sport.
Yes.
But the way it's been done in the film, you'll be able to understand it. Women will love it. And people who don't know snooker, I'm sure after seeing the film, they'll want to head to the pool parlor, if there are pool parlors now, and play the game. So that's what attracted me to this story of Mridul's.
At the same time, you have got Rajiv in this film.
Yeah.
Late Rajiv, of course, we lost him because of the COVID.
Yeah.
But, he came back to screen after so long.
Yeah.
What made you get him on camera?
Well, I've always liked his performances. I remember him from his Ek Jaane Hum and Naam Teri Ganga Maili days. And I used to always find him a superb actor who was not exploited to his full capacity in those years. Because if films don't work, you stop getting work and all those things happen. It's very box office related. So when this script came about, I got attracted to the thought that why not? This family needs to be new faces. It needs to be new, but at the same time, someone who becomes more believable because of just by being in it. And Rajiv is someone who I thought of in terms of trying to get him back, and also Sanjay for the part that he plays. And I thought it would be a great combination to have the two of them in a film like this. And of course, I was not sure whether Rajiv would ever say yes, but once Mridul said, even he was excited with the idea that let's go with Rajiv Kapoor. And when I met him, he loved the idea himself, and so did Sanjay, and both consented. So that casting gives the film a very different, fresh feel to it, a fresh vibe to it.
And your association with Sanjay Dutt is for, like you have worked with in the past also in Panipat, and now this one. But when we see the character, it's very different.
Yeah.
It's sort of, I would not compare honestly, but sort of give that, thoda that tapori kind of a vibe, which it was in that, Munna by MBBS, the kind of language he's using and all. So did you somewhere had that character in mind, okay, theek hai, let's have someone like him, and Sanjay could be the right one who can add that element to the character?
No, I thought of Sanjay quite simply because the character of Mohammad Salam, which is of this, down and out snooker player who's an ex-national champion and now fallen on bad times, lungi clad, pan eating. Whatever you do with Sanjay Dutt, he always makes it look cool. So if you put him in an armor, like what I did in Panipat, or you put him in a lungi in this film, he just makes it cool. So I thought that there is an element that he has that's of danger, tough exterior, soft interior kind of a persona that he carries will help this part very much. In fact, the one thing that you said, when I saw Toolsidas, I used to constantly feel that I got the best performance out of him in Panipat. And when I saw this film, I told him, Mridul, you beat me to it, because Sanjay as Mohammad Salam is even better than what he was as Abdali in Panipat. So it was like an internal competitive who's going to extract the better performance from him kind of a feel.
But also, Mridul, for you, directing such stalwarts of, Indian cinema, because Rajiv himself is known for the kind of films he's done. Like even till date, people talk about his performances. And Sanjay Dutt, of course, we know that, the kind of projects he chooses are quite different. How was it for you and how tough was it for you?
I mean, of course, when there were teething problems when we were starting, and you hear all kinds of things. But Rajiv ji was on the set. He made everyone so comfortable. He was like he was having fun. It didn't seem like 30 years have passed and he's not faced the camera. He came and he was on. It's because it's a legacy. It's in the genes of the Kapoor family. He just came and he was on. So Sanjay Dutt, of course, I was like keeping fingers crossed that I managed to make him act, and we had a very short schedule where I had to finish his work, and like on the 11th day he would be going for Panipat. He would be shaving off his head. So I had to finish
in 10 days.
Had to finish in .10 days. So I was like, agar ek ghanta bhi miss ho gaya mere se, I don't know if I'll be able to shoot it. But having said all that, he was fantastic on the set. He used to come and he would go back to his vanity only after pack up. He would sit with us, he would indulge with us, he would be involved with the kids, talk to the child actor. So he was fantastic to work with. Also, to give him the Calcutta twang. He got very interested in ye kya word hai. Like I told him, you have to say darkar. No, darkar is a very Calcutta word for need. He's like, what is darkar? So like darkar. So he
making Punjabi say such words actually.
And also it's a very interesting trivia was when when I told the costume designer we have Sanjay Dutt, she got all excited that we are going to there'll be lots of suits, lots of I said no, our entire wardrobe is 3 shirts, 2 lungis, and 2 handkerchiefs. That's it. So
But somewhere this also, makes me also, somewhere excited much because, when it comes to outfits, Ashutosh is very perfect about it. And the kind of outfits he has, made the actors wear. And now suddenly we see this bum. It's like a very, it's a drastic change, if you see like that.
Every world comes with its own challenges and its own needs, requirements. So when you're creating a world of 1994 Kolkata, then it needs to reflect the urban and the class structure has to be kept in mind.
Yeah.
Because when this little boy Medi has to travel from his building home to this neighborhood, which is, children not supposed to go to this neighborhood. So that kind of a clash, not culture clash, but I would say class clash in a way. Yeah. Those things become very important when you're portraying a film of this kind. That actually brings out how you want to dress your people. Because the first time we see him in a suit is when he comes for a match. Till then, we always see him in lungi. He's comfortable in his lungi. He's actually uncomfortable in his suit when he comes to the match. So it's stuff like that which is driven by the film. If you're making a Lagan, if you're making a Jodha Akbar, if you're making a Panipat, then those costumes have to reflect that society, those people, that strata, that class structure. It's related to the film.
At the same time, your films have made noise in theatres. What made you release this on an OTT platform and not a theatre? Because this, in fact, the way the drama is, the way it has come across, the trailer is, it definitely, deserves a theatrical release.
I agree. But the thing is, as we are talking today, the exams are still on. The children coming to the theatres still has not become a fully accepted normal time for parents. So we are not expecting children in the theatre right now to view a film like this. It is a family film, and in the true sense, it's a family film about a family. I think we are happier on the OTT platform, and we are hoping that it becomes a collective family viewing experience on Netflix on 19th. Yes, who doesn't want theatre?
True.
But the pandemic has really, caused major upheavals in everybody's plans. And we are happy with this that we have just now. So we are all eyes looking down at how it goes on 19th April.
Your films, especially not all I would say, but Lagan made it to the Oscars in terms of nominations. Do you somewhere even, and the way the entire scenario was, because it was India's first film and the kind of noise it made, BBC covering the news and all. Do you somewhere also want this for Toolsidas Junior, considering it talks about sports and in a different way altogether?
Yeah, but every film is, every festival or every award is special. It's governed by its jury.
True.
It's governed by its kind of films that go there. A film that wins in Berlin Film Festival does not win at Toronto. A film that works in Locarno cannot work in Cannes. So every festival has got. Similarly, Oscars has got its own.
They have a different genre and different kind of films which attracts their audience. But you never know. Sometimes that happens where out of the blue we just see and oh my God, this film was there at the Oscars. That does happen.
It does. But Toolsidas, I'm saying in front of him only. Toolsidas Junior is not a film for Oscars simply because it's a family film. It's a sports genre.
Yeah.
It is something which is there's no human tragedy in it. There is no personal physical ailment in it. Lagan, if you look at, yes, it is a sports film, it is a drama, but it's also about the human condition. It's also about oppression. It's about oppressor. It's about the British Raj. It's got more universal themes. Toolsidas is a very special film on just these two accounts, which is that it's a family drama and sports. So that itself is a very different kind of a combination. Not necessarily for Oscar. Every filmmaker wants his film. I'm sure even Mridul, you want your film to go to Cannes, you want to go to Berlin, but every film is not. You have to understand that and only then market your film accordingly. Otherwise it becomes a waste of time and energy and aspirations.
Actually, right now I'm just dreaming that the film is going to everyone's homes.
That's also
That's a big,
yeah.
that's the
And of
biggest
course,
award.
like it's on Netflix, so it's on OTT. People will watch. But before I let you go, when are we going to see you working with Aamir Khan again? Because it's been a very long time that we have not seen you guys coming together.
I know. I also, I'm very, very keen to work with him again. But I have to find that right character, the right script, which I think I want to make with him. And then he also has to like it. Amir also very particular about the kind of characters he wants to portray. His understanding of character, his understanding of script is very, very strong. He knows for himself what works best for himself. So there are a lot many layers and levels before that can happen. But yeah, I long to work with him again.
And after Toolsidas, what are you going to work on next? Upcoming projects?
I'm still, toying a couple of things.
We have been hearing a lot, so that's why.
I
would
know.
Definitely.
So I am not putting a tick mark yet on anything in particular because I'm still deciding.
Okay. Thank you so much to both of you for your time and all the very best for your project. Of course, people will love it because it has such good characters in that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.